I'm just gonna give it a sec. Okay, so we are back. This is Rio's story quest part 2. We just got into the dungeon after following the society members. Yeah, so the stream cut off again. I don't know what to tell you guys. It happens quite often now. It's like after an hour or so. So, I guess we'll just break it up into parts. That's all I can say. PS5 still being weird. I thought I fixed it with the update and everything, but nope.
Let's move out. Allow me. I see everything.
Bring him over here.
Sharing my knowledge.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Way now. Stay cool. Face your gift.
Dude, he's so badass. I'm so happy I got him.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Douchey ain't really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without
What?
formal permission.
What?
5 members shall
Cult.
form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings.
Cult.
Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and
What's up,
water.
Thomas? Good to see you again.
I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however. And so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally,
So he's kinda
isolated
like
and without hope,
Doing the
they
exact
accept their
opposite
fate
thing that
as
Wriothesley
Doucier's
was doing.
slaves.
And he's kind of like a foil to Wriothesley in a way. Because, in a way, the Fortress of Meropide is kind of like a community. And he built it in a way that everyone kind of like props up each other in a way. And it's like an active and weirdly healthy society, even though they're prisoners. But the way this guy is doing it is like the exact opposite, which is kind of a good foil.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks
Still having
in
that
the
problem.
box
Yeah,
when
I
she
don't know
was spooked
why,
by that
but
black gem.
it let me change the title to Wriothesley Story Quest so people knew what we were doing. So I'm not going to really complain. I thought I fixed it. The PlayStation had another update. I fixed my stream settings and lowered the broadcast settings down. I really don't know what's wrong. I really don't.
She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway,
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress.
True.
The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm.
Can't we just go beat this guy up, though? Like, I get we're having, like, this philosophical conversation and all, but...
Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
Dude. They just had to use his animation there. Wriothesley's like really, really good at exploration too, by the way, guys, because you can just like punch across water. Although, if you have Harina, that's not exactly necessary. You can just literally walk.
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place, but the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to
Literally
open the
saving
door
people
and check
from a
out some other
cult.
spots.
Why is the fact that there's a cult in a prison not very surprising?
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it. Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
You know what? Fair. Let's not think. Let's just press buttons.
Whoa! It's turning! Is it because we touched this thing?
Is there...
The other side's open! Let's go.
Oh, I kind of see. We're probably gonna have to go there, and then in there. Okay.
Hold the line!
Oh, shit. Oh my gosh, there's so many little holes to fall into.
Busted.
Everyone hold hands!
A moment, please.
Okay, so let's go Nahida.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Illusion shattered.
Starting to get a little chilly. Let's begin.
Quietly now. Inazuma shines eternal.
Raiden for the win. It reminds me of one of those old games that basically guessed COVID game back in 2010. It was being stuck in a cell where you're the virus and killing people. What game would that be? Exactly. Speaking of weird, like, old retro things that actually happened, do you guys remember when The Simpsons, like, 20 or so years ago, I actually don't know how long ago it was, probably like more like 15. I don't know if you guys saw it, but The Simpsons actually, like, predicted that Donald Trump would be elected president. They just had him president in one episode, and then it happened.
So high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before.
Yeah, we'll probably just go into an elevator.
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do?
I'm not entirely sure. Huh. I see. Should I rotate it like that? Uh... I don't know what this is gonna do, but I'm gonna try it.
Ooh, the water level's
A flood.
gone way up.
Okay.
So that's how we'll make it to the top.
And apparently the game... Some of the virus input, selling curses. That's actually kind of cool. I love when, like, random stuff like that I not really love, but it's very interesting to see that, like, something that someone completely made up in their head eventually did happen.
Allow me.
Weird coincidences like that, it's always kind of fun.
Here comes the cash.
Okay.
These should be the prison cells.
Well, I actually found some prison cells, like I just said. Holy
Lots of
crap,
empty
they're the
cells in
hanging
here.
kind.
Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Can you imagine being in jail and not even being able to touch the ground?
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts.
That would be so scary.
Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
Take the damn hat off so you're not being poked anymore.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. So close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
How would she know that? She's drugged.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Yeah, they're still in danger.
All right. Let's search for an exit first.
Shouldn't we at least, like, I don't know, open the cells? I guess they could probably end up hurting themselves since they... Holy shit, that was loud. What was that? Anyway. That was really loud. How am I gonna do this one? So... I think that's the start point to this one. And then I just want to turn it to the door. That was fairly easy.
Door's open. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And
There
please
was like
take care of
another
us while
wheel
you're
thing
gone.
off to the side.
We'll-
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here. Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area. Don't forget to bring
Got
these
it.
along.
But, what's this?
This seems to be something like...
This is a surveillance terminal. The information collected by the surveillance ports we found previously will be sent here. I'm sure Dugier really enjoyed sitting here and making his people dance like puppets on strings.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's not gonna make it out of this in one piece.
I'm not even angrier.
Can he get like a longer prison sentence? Or is it just gonna be like he's not allowed to interact with the other prisoners, like actually spend his prison sentence like in a cell? Is that what's gonna happen? I wonder. like lock this one? Because I have a feeling they're not going to let him go free. I don't know. They're already in prison, though. I don't really know. If dude already has life in prison, what are they going to do to him?
I must confess to being furious.
Is that a freaking Iron Maiden?
That there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores.
His skull. Oh my god.
Of course. You will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again and again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle. I'm sorry.
Was that an innuendo? Because that didn't sound like stabbing. That sounded like something else. But okay, we're just gonna move on.
It's okay.
I'm not gonna take what he said seriously.
To endure. Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak? My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Wriothesley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick.
I forgot he talks so stupid.
Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me?
Punch him in the face,
when
please.
You've already got
Just punch him in the face.
You can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice!
He's in charge of the prison and you're a prisoner.
Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency.
Yeah.
The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new
Kingdom
beginning.
Hearts line right there.
They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves.
He looks
who
so
will never
smug.
again
I
feel
can't
or
wait to
think.
punch him in the face.
And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
I feel the same way.
You think me arrogant, Wriothesley. Well, I think you're too young and naive.
Dude, he has a
You
vision.
understand
Are you gonna drop
nothing
mechs and
of
shit on
this
him
world.
and just watch? Why do people always forget that visions trump pretty much everything in this world? We have literally magic and he's gonna throw mechs at us. Watch.
Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step
Yeah,
slower,
so a slaver.
I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
Not very long.
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Dude. That was a good line.
Quietly now.
A brash maneuver! Hold the line! I see everything! Make yourselves at home!
There is no escape.
Dude, this thing.
Sun's over.
Just trying to set up.
A moment, please. Stay cool and face your gifts.
Under Cerberus stage.
Let's begin.
Everyone hold hands! This may hurt a little.
Now you shall perish.
That was not very hard. Dude, cutscene. Dude, the Western style
If you
music.
think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
Dodged a fucking bullet.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I warned you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood?
Well, I love Rio 10 times more now. Damn.
Sorry for taking so long.
You know how many times I just wanted to punch a bad guy in the face in this game, and Rio just did it?
No, not at all!
Literally threatened to murder him with no remorse. Oh, Rio, thank you.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
At least we were able to stop it before it got any worse, right?
Yeah, it's the least that we could do.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Huh? Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
I suppose this a kind of punishment that only the people in Fortress can meet up.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh!
Almost have enough for
Looks
another
like she
pool.
should watch her
Good
tongue
luck.
when she's
That
around
next
you in
pool
the
is
future.
Farina, so all you
Why,
have to
you
do is
think
make
I'd
the
do that
next
kind of
pool,
thing
and
to
then
you?
congratulations, you got the Hydro Archon. So lucky. Congrats.
Anyway,
Clap, clap.
jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
5 months like, yeah, luxury food? Sweet. Do 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 do. It's like a past 11, I think, is when they said. Come on. Any day now. Everyone tell Thomas congratulations on Farina. He's earned it. Clap, clap.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure.
Oh, we know Paimon.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Wriothesley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns. Which means that
That's
everyone
good.
should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Wriothesley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
I have a question for you, actually.
Please, go ahead.
Your flashbacks when you picked up the gem.
Ah, that's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan.
He's
Adopted by a
adopted.
couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? All of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well.
This
I was
took a
also
dark
not the
turn.
first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
That explains a lot.
Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all.
That
But
got
I
dark real
did.
fast.
So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede.
You were convicted on killing the people who were selling children. Who were going to sell you. Like, I knew you ended up in the fortress of Meripede as a child, but damn.
My methods were extreme, yes.
Yeah, but what other options did you have? Run? The other children would be...
But I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most, and I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved.
I don't really know what to say.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's Avis and Fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Glad to hear it.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
You're getting married?
We met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
She could do so much better than you, man.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory. So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
You gotta be kidding me. I got Changyun, which 5 golden things, so I bought another pool and it was blue. Well, that sucks, but that also means you're what? 75 in pity, so worst comes to worst, you're 15 in pity, but I doubt you'll reach there, like 15 left, because after 73, your chances go up by like 1% every time. So I think you got it. I think by the time you get to like 80 pools, you'll probably have her, or at least a 5-star. I don't know if you won the last 50-50 or not.
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted
If
a
not,
wedding before.
oh no. Good luck with the 50-50.
But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
We can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
We've already made tons of special memories here. So now, it'd be too hard to leave. And we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
I mean, I get it, but like, come
Your
on.
trust is the highest form of praise.
No, I lost last time. I got Diluc instead of Nouvelette. Well, I mean, at least you're guaranteed. Farina, then.
Loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
I actually really like. Did you guys see the 2 travelers? I'm not crazy, right? There was definitely a traveler stacked on top
Now
of the
for a
traveler.
little rest after breakfast. This is the life. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Mirapede! Come on, we've got to go complete the release procedures now!
And we instantly started the Archon quest. Well, I mean, we might as well. Ooh, do I want to spend them? I mean, I guess. I mean, worst comes to worst, I don't get anything. I doubt I'm gonna get another 5-star, but I mean, I should still try. Her weapon is just really overpowered, and it's one of my favorite designed weapons in the game. So... Whoa, Traveler got Shadow Clone Jutsu. I know, all of a sudden there's just 2 Travelers. By the way, I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but I have been working on my Nouvelette. Just before we get into the Archon quest. So, he's not, like, perfect or anything yet, but I am working on his talents right now, and he is gonna get there. I'm probably gonna get him 999, that's my plan. I might even crown him. That's how much I love Nouvelette. I'm also thinking about crowning Farina. At least her ult.
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Meripede via the regular channels.
Sweet.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and...
What's happening?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
Let's go ask the Duke.
I mean, he would know. At least eventually, anyway. I heard this Archon quest gets really, really, really good. Plus, the boss soon, so.
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh.
True.
You've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened. By the way, do you know what day it is today?
I
really
believe today
day.
is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Wait, seriously?
Actually, today is the day we say goodbye to the fortress.
Ah, yes. Have you completed your release papers?
Yeah?
All I know is it's sad. Just sad.
It's you two.
Oh my gosh, did child die?
Well,
Why am I smiling? Guys, I know that's a theory that's been going around for a really long time, but
that's right. Today
I
is
feel
our
like
last day of
it might happen.
But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice.
A lot of people have helped us out.
Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now. Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not
Okay.
going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure. Let's go.
Well, you actually agreed.
I mean,
No
he is our
worries, you
kind of
must be
friends
busy. Paimon
too,
is just
Paimon.
joking.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
No, that's alright. It's not like we'll never visit again.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
No promises.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the
Paimon, we
Fortress
get in
of
trouble
Meripede is
everywhere we go.
finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Neuvillette was the one who asked us to come here, we should probably go report to him now. Next up, the Palais Mermonia.
Are we gonna run
See
into,
Monsieur Neuvillette.
oh shoot, what's her name
Pass
again?
on our kind regards.
The father of the one people?
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
Is it
I believe it
Puccinelle?
would be the
Or is
polite
that someone
thing to
else?
do.
I forget their Fatui names a lot.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
Does anyone remember her name? Oh, shoot. I'm literally blanking. Which is really sad. Hopefully we run into her, so I can remember. Alright. Where are you, Sir Neuvillette? My new husbando.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Hoot!
two. Apologies. Must
She was
admit
very
I
excited
did
to
say
arrest
you'll be
us.
welcome at any time.
Excuse me, would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my
I'll
hands
be
full
right
here.
there.
You can see yourselves in. Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
The Fadui's been making their move. Of course a lot's been happening. What's up since we've been gone?
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a
He
break
seems
over there
very
while we wait for him
stressed.
to finish his work.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting.
Someone's having a temper tantrum.
Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede. And it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
Yeah,
That's right. And we came here to see you right away.
but we didn't really find out what happened to Child.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But
He's not
how?
from Fontaine,
Does he
so
have
he won't be dissolved.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself.
There's something we'd like to ask you about.
Yes? What is it?
What was the tremor we felt earlier?
Oh, right. Paimon felt it too. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
Oh no.
The water levels rose? Oh no. What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the
Yeah, I
whole
have a feeling that
phenomenon.
the waters are gonna
If the
start.
change in water levels is connected with the leaking
Is
primordial
the final part of the
seawater,
prophecy
the
starting?
situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her.
Yeah, Spina de la Russa's headquarters is
I
there.
would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll
Sounds
meet
like a
you there
plan.
to check.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
Alright. Speaking of Navia, if you guys want to see her attacks and stuff, if you haven't, I did post them on Discord under the leaks
What
tab.
happened here?
Oh my gosh, she is the next character I'm pulling for, 110%. Geo is back, and she is the new queen. Her weapon is a freaking axe. I love her. Everything about her playstyle screams yes to me.
Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still...
Yeah, let's just make sure she's not dissolved.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
I mean, they probably fled. They probably don't want to drown.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone on the roof over there.
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry.
I might break out the snacks here in a second. I have a feeling it's going to be a long Archon quest.
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own? My Desiree!
What?
He looks pretty sad.
Was it primordial seawater that rose?
My leg! My leg!
How many people are gone?
How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
Why would that make it feel better? Some painkillers would help. At least Navia's okay.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
Oh man, her voice.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Demoiselle!
How many people
There was a wounded
died?
resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to
Here's
see
a
doctor.
little
He
advice
should
for
know
you
where to go.
guys. Don't jump off roofs.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission
You
in the
know,
meantime.
if you don't want to like break a leg like him or you know die, yeah, don't jump off roofs.
All right, you'll be in charge.
Advice of the day. No roof
Where were we?
jumping.
The situation in Poisson?
Ah, right. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise.
Why is her voice getting
First,
quieter?
Everyone thought that something might have... The rushing water seemed a little odd.
Why did her voice get
Almost
so
like the
quiet and then
unique color
laugh?
of
What?
primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape.
Oh my god.
As those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to
Is there
recede after
any
some
way to bring
time,
people back
and the chaos came to an
from
end.
being dissolved in the primordial waters? Probably not. Not after we saw the ghosts in the fountain and everything, but... I mean, I don't really
The area
know...
contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people
Why
there
doesn't
to leave
everyone
as
just
soon as
move?
possible.
Like, seriously, just leave Fontaine so you don't drown. So you don't get turned into puddles.
No one knows if this could happen again.
I know you're being stubborn and not wanting to
All we
leave
can
your
do for
home
now
and everything,
is
but the
try our best
prophecy's
to help
true.
evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the
Move
head
to
count, but we'll
just
have
move
some
to
numbers soon.
Sumeru. Mondstadt has a bunch of open fields. Build a town.
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
I've seen many drunk people jump off roofs into pools. Also, don't do that because the heights of water feels like concrete. Yeah, the higher you are, water can feel like concrete on impact because it's more of a velocity
It
thing.
was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help Navia?
I have crackers. I'm going to snack on a couple.
Thank you for being so willing to help.
I have a feeling this quest is going to be long,
like
and I'm kind of hungry.
You...
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Gotta open them first. Ugh.
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
I'll be right there. Sorry, I need to go for now.
And out she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
A really long while.
Okay, the wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be Traveler. Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Huh? Right now?
I think she's gonna suggest they move.
Thank you.
Or at least evacuate the area. Because honestly, what's more important? Staying here just because you lived here your whole life? Or, like, surviving. Making sure your people survive. Like, it's time. Before the literal apocalypse. I'm taking a break from farming primos. I'll get enough for my dailies in the events for now. Oh yeah, there is a new event too. There's just so much to do on Genshin this week. I'm very excited. I'm probably going to stay up pretty late just exploring and farming, which is going to be great. A lot of fun. I also got to bleach my hair tonight because I'm going to be farming anyway. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because if you guys don't know, I actually have half the side of my head bleached blonde. But my natural hair color is a little darker than blonde, so I do actually have to bleach it to keep it that color.
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
It'd just be a perfect time to farm because I had to sit with it in my hair for like 2 hours.
The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
They're really using those tear animations. Every time she shows up.
Navia, what's wrong?
Half of her people just died?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again.
Oh my god, did they die?
What should I do, Papa?
Move! Get the frick out of Fontaine and save the rest of your people.
Huh? What happened to them?
Navia.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the rest of in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just... gone. I just can't...
Damn.
Everything looks so clean after it rains.
I was so used to
Even the
seeing them with her
gravestones.
too.
I didn't.
I actually
expect
loved
you to
their
enjoy
dynamic.
A glass of red wine in front of Master Callus.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
I love like the whole mafia vibes they gave when they were with her too. I'm actually really sad. This hits like Tepe almost.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
I kind of miss... I'm really sad.
On
Ugh.
a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That
Now
way,
we
it'll
can't.
save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
When she want to be buried next to her father? Just a thought.
After all, besides you, demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously.
Dark humor?
All right.
Sad. Yeah, it's a little bit sad.
But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff.
And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise.
There's nothing you can do, though.
I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
We are approaching the hour mark again, guys. I'm just letting you know that if the stream crashes again, we'll just have to take this up maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I still want to stream Honkai Impact 3, so that's probably what we'll do tomorrow. I'm just saying, I do plan to stream till 11:30, but I'm not going to make 3 separate streams for tonight. If it crashes again, that's just going to be it. That's all I'm going to tell you guys.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better.
I'd always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. By contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
But maybe evacuate your people a little bit away from the water.
Thank you.
Move to the top of a mountain, maybe?
You don't know how much that means.
Or just leave Fontaine.
By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver.
Damn.
So, everyone else is safe. But
If it does
still,
crash again, then we should make sure suits for everyone. Make suits for every tree on Earth? What?
It's okay. I know what you're thinking.
You love going in the weirdest thing you can think of angle, don't you?
The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right.
It's a very good way of putting
Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Paimon could be smart sometimes.
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
I really forget your name. I'm sorry, but I'm happy you showed up so the game will tell me.
The knave?
Is everything going well on your side?
They didn't tell me her Fatui name.
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your
Is
request.
it Arlecchino or is it
Poisson have been
Pucciano?
evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Fair. I mean, they know how to worm their way in places just by pretending to be nice.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with.
Did she pretend to be a ditz?
My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that.
Are you guys gonna pull for the name? I think I'm gonna... I might... Oh my god, that sound again. I don't know what that is. But that happened, like, in the middle of last stream, too. That is so loud.
As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy.
I'm probably gonna skip her unless her animations are really, really cool. Or she's, like, super overpowered. I really like her as a character. But, I don't know. She's just not my, like, favorite Fatui Harbinger design.
Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
What was that? You dropped a metal wire? No, I'm literally sitting in my computer chair playing. No idea what that was, but it happened in the first part of the other stream, too. I don't know what that is. It just, it sounds like, I don't even know, like metal popping or something? Maybe I have like a can in the garbage can or something that's just compressed? I'm not entirely sure.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did
But I don't have
you
anything
could.
like that with me, so I have no idea what it is.
As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves.
That is a very nice background picture for... Oh. Just like her looking off into the distance with the sun setting. I know this is a very sad moment, but that is a very nice screenshot.
I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate.
If she is named to Fontaine, could she be dissolved
I've
in
never been
primordial
one for
water?
such opinions.
She's not exactly human anymore, so would it still happen?
So, you're one who will try to change fate, then?
What, you don't carry metal bars on you at all times? And no? I don't before you ask me?
Of course.
Well, you
That is
asked
why
me.
I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Terre. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Child.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today.
She's so
It would
blunt.
not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this
I love her
time it was
shoes.
the water levels in Poisson.
The
These
red
are
bottoms
both
with the gold
signals.
heels and the black boots. Oh my gosh.
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest
I just wish her
intel
hair
I've
didn't
received
look
from
so
the House of
bad.
the Hearth's
Like
intelligence
it
network.
looks so good in the Fatui trailer, but now that it's animated, I don't know. That's like the one thing that's bugging me about her design.
During some recent
It's like the feather hair.
investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
Okay.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
Not gonna lie, when I did this quest, I questioned the name of the hotel. Sounds like Buff. Wait, what's the name of the
I
hotel?
wanted to take the children
I wasn't
along,
really paying
but
attention to the name of the
unfortunately,
hotel.
Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you, which is why I want to give you this task.
Are you sure that's all?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
Yeah, same.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
What if there's primordial seawater?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands.
Fair.
As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also